And that's the whole thing. Like, so when we do talk with her, she lets you know we are giving thanks first, right? That's just, yeah, you give, you receive. The last thing I wanted to say about the honey was this. Infusing it, like I said, is good. For the cough, you could do sage honey. Infuse that with sage, right? If you make a sage honey, that's something that's delicious. You can also do garlic and ginger honeys. And I have a sassafras honey that I did that is spectacular. And yesterday I was craving sassafras. And so I took the sassafras honey, which had the leaves and the bark in there. And it was good, right? Mm-hmm. It was good. Yes, darling. Yeah, the leaves and the bark. Yeah.
When you say the infusing it into the honey, is the same method as with the lavender?
It is. All I do. Yeah. What? No. That's a great question. Actually, I use the fresh herbs. You could. You know what? Yeah, I use fresh herbs for all my infused honeys. That's not to say That's funny because with infusions, I use dry herbs. Great question. And with honeys, I use fresh herbs. Just like when we get into the vinegar, the vinegars, how we make those, we use fresh herbs. With tinctures, we use fresh herbs. You can make tinctures with dry herbs. That's not my area of specialty at this point, right? And so yeah, it's interesting. It's a great question.
The tinctures are fresh herbs again?
Okay. Yes. Like I said, though, you can make tinctures with dried herbs. You just have to.
Can you
resuscitate?
Yes, the dry herbs.
No, I resuscitate. Well, you can resuscitate the dry herbs by making infusions out of them. You could make by making infusions out of them in a sense. That's resuscitating them. But if you did that to them, you wouldn't be able to make a tincture out of them because you'd have all kind of water and it just wouldn't work. You see? So, it's funny. Dried herbs lend themselves to being broken down more easily by water. And the fresh herbs lend themselves to be broken down by alcohol more easily. So it's all about alchemy or the chemistry. But again, these are herbs, right? No hard and fast rules. I've made medicines with dried herbs that you're supposed to make with fresh herbs just to see if it worked. It tastes different. Sometimes it works, so. That's something we should talk about. So yeah, that's pretty much the honey. That's the honey section. One of my favorite things. I just don't like to not have honey in my house. All right. So now apple cider vinegar. Again, sometimes you do things intuitively, right? Like if you cook greens, don't you usually put vinegar? Or didn't you see your auntie or your grandma putting her vinegar in the collard greens? Yeah, why you do that?